absolutely brutal.
If one of these trees goes, I'm done.
Alone. Only on the History Channel.
Welcome to MotoGP. To be a highly dramatic 18-lap Malaysian Grand Prix Moto2, starting with...
So that's a very decent middle sector for the Alpine. They only have... Oh!
They have crashed! They've gone into each other! What a start for Will Davison. Di Pasquale has been swamped.
Some of the biggest and most talented egos in sailing.
The two-time defending champions make it 2 in a row.
Come on out and join the party, baby! Ricochet taking out Logan Paul! Samoan drop by Nia Jax!
Hello, this is the Midday News. Thanks for joining us. Prime Minister and Treasurer James Marape has emphasized the importance of preventing the national fuel security issue from escalating into a national security concern. The Prime Minister expressed this sentiment during a crucial meeting held on Tuesday, January 23, 2024, with Bank South Pacific Chief Executive Officer Mark Robinson. BSP has issued a notice to Puma Energy directing the closure of its accounts by March 8, 2024. Prime Minister Marape said the Puma Energy issue should not be allowed to become a national security issue. Marape said, having witnessed the events of Wednesday, January 10, 2024, he does not want a repetition. Prime Minister Marape disclosed that the Bank of Papua New Guinea is actively investigating the Puma Energy issue and collaborating with all relevant stakeholders to ensure the most favorable resolution. He conveyed that the government is exploring alternative fuel suppliers and implementing strategies to strengthen foreign exchange reserves in light of the challenges posed by the Puma Energy issue. The feast of St. Francis de la Salle's patron saint of journalists and writers was observed at the Catholic Bishops' Conference today. Themed Bringing the Children to Jesus for a Fully Human Communication saw the need of addressing problems and breaking barriers to ensure all children and youths are aware of their actions towards the society. The topic of discussion was bringing the voice of children and their issues to the society. Author of the pastoral letter for 2024, President of the Catholic Bishops' Conference for Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands, Most Reverend Bishop Otto Saperi, called on all parents to teach their children on morally acceptable behaviors.
Try to prepare our next generation to be law-abiding citizens, to be formed and targeted by the Catholic faith, and to be targeted by their moral conscience. What is right and what is wrong? It's not everything is wrong, everything is right. Now we see that even the wrong is also right. Do you know that?
Continuous heavy rains have unleashed mud flows disrupting normal traffic along the New Britain Highway. Now village residents to seek refuge at Bakada care centres, while Ubili village evacuates to Kabaya and Savula Primary School. The Provincial Disaster Committee and District Development Authority face urgent appeals. Noao and Ulamona cut off from roads due to intense mud flow, raising concerns for residents and businesses. Community demands the allocated 10 million kina from promised NEC for excavators and bulldozers to address critical infrastructure maintenance. Ubili village suffers severe damage with houses collapses and intense mud flows since the 2019 eruption. Images depict the grim situation with logs and debris posing threats. Acting Provincial Disaster Committee Director Clement Bailey urges residents in low-lying areas to move to higher ground. Weather reports predict 7 more days of rain, strong winds and gales. Disaster officers to assess Noao and Ubili villages for necessary actions. The National Weather Service has issued a gale wind warning at 10 this morning for all coastal waters of southern PNG Indonesia border, Port Moresby to Hood Point to Samari Islands, to eastern Million Bay Islands, including Coral Sea. Very strong northwest winds of 34 to 47 knots are expected to continue for the next 24 hours, causing very rough and high seas. All small crafts, boats and sea-going vessels are advised to take necessary precautions before out or avoid going out to sea. Villages along the coastline of the warnings areas are also advised to take necessary precautions to avoid danger. In regional news, much of New South Wales is in the grip of a heat wave. Temperatures have soared above average across the state, and in some areas, the weather is expected to get even hotter.
To survive a scorcher, sometimes simple solutions are the best.
It's not quite a record breaker, but it's very close.
Most of the state is experiencing a heat wave.
But that's advancing and developing into severe heat waves on Thursday, and then in some cases extreme heat wave warnings on Friday.
Temperatures could reach 12 degrees above average before a southerly change arrives at the end of the week.
And that'll clear out the warm to hot air over Friday and into Saturday, and we'll see cooler conditions on Saturday and Sunday.
Until then, everyone is looking for ways to beat the heat. From the beaches of Sydney to the rivers of Wagga Wagga, getting in the water is one way to cool down. In Broken Hill, those who can't take off their fur coats get a little help from the council.
Here at the Tamworth Country Music Festival, they are prepared for all weather. Many people will be enjoying the indoor performances in air-conditioned comfort, while others will still be braving the elements to catch their favourite acts.
Some of these people are seasoned, 40 or 50-year festival goers, and probably the heat will make no difference to them.
In the Hunter Valley, many winemakers are happy about the high temperatures.
Some clear, dry weather right in the middle of picking is really welcome for us. It brings ripening on.
In a state ripe for another run of searing sun.
In sports, Mora Jr. has shown great resilience in recovery over the past couple of months, receiving approval from his surgeon to initiate a return-to-play program. Over the last month, Mora has focused on improving functional mobility and strength. These elements are crucial for rugby league players, directly influencing on-field performance. Functional mobility ensures efficient movement, while strength training is essential for preventing future injuries and maintaining peak athletic condition. Mora's clearance to begin this program is a testament to his disciplined rehabilitation approach and adherence to the medical team's advice. As he gradually resumes running and other sports-specific activities, his progress will be closely monitored to ensure a smooth and sustainable return to competitive rugby league. And that ends the midday news. We'll have more news at 6.